coming.
What do you got?
There it is. Nailed it right in time.
Nailed it. We're building it bigger. We are widening the corridors and adding more lanes. We are building a religion, a limited edition. We are now accepting callers for these pendant keychains. To resist it is useless. It is useless to resist it. His cigarette is burning, but he never seems to ash. He is grooming his poodle. He's living comfort eagle. You can meet at his location, but you better come with cash. Now his hat is on backwards. He can show you his tattoos. He is in the music business and he's calling you dude. Take it away, Peter.
You know, sometimes in just regular everyday life, I walk around, you make conversation with people, an everyday conversation, and when they find out that I'm the host of Canada's only late night talk show and the greatest podcast ever to come out of a pool shed in Pine Grove, Ontario, the two questions I get asked the most are, how many listeners do you have? And do you make any money at that? Those are the two things they ask me.
Two good questions.
Yeah. Why? Why is it a good question, Dave? Is there a minimum amount of people out there that have to listen to this program in order to make it credible?
I think they're just good, topics of interest.
Don't you think that's belittling our fans? To say that, like Laura Collins out there listening, or the cheese lady that's on a Friday just trying to get through her day?
No, you know what I call that? I call that one listener.
Yeah, one. That's all we need is one. What about the money thing? You think if enough people listen, all of a sudden I'm not crazy, just some guy in a pool shed talking shit in front of instruments and late hours and roping his friends in and all this bullshit just for an excuse to drink vodka. That's it. No. Maybe I'm the only fucking sane one here. What if I made money? That would make me not insane?
It'd be cooler.
It would be cool. God damn, it would be cool.
Just a couple bucks.
We're building something way better. We're building a fleet of people that get what we're doing here. It's live from the Dutch Hall, people.
Yeah.
We're the best. But there's only one way to get it started.
How's that, Peter?
It's a little thing we call the theme song, Michael. Slap Rattle went through a tough theme song there, people. Welcome to Live from the Dutch Hall, everyone. We are Canada's only late night talk show and the greatest podcast ever to come out of a pool shed in Pine Grove, Ontario. Bar none, I believe, because we have the greatest band in Canadian late night history, the Nocturnal Emissions. Comprised this week of the purest form of the Nocturnal Emission. Band leader, the very tardy Michael Bow on rhythm, everyone.
Hello there.
This week on vocals and lead electric guitar,
Wowie wooey.
Dave the Rooster Charters energized. And beside him today, playing a rhythm electric, He's out of his comfort zone. He's letting Dave do his job a little bit.
Groove, buddy. Good groove.
But what he's done is he's excelled as he always has. Steve the Reluctant German, everyone.
Hey.
And there's one thing you can count on. It's the balls of the nocturnal emissions. He's here again, sitting in front of his amp like he should be with no microphone required. That's Whiskey Wes Hagens, everyone.
All right. With balls like this, who needs a microphone?
That's right. And there's the tickler, tickling his skins over there on the drums, on percussions. The French tickler, Kevin Belonge, everyone.
Hello, hello.
And our director, we're going to rope him into another road trip, I think. He's going to be a bus driver again. He's got it in him. One more trip.
Yeah.
Right? Paul Van Dyke is here.
I'll drive the fucking bus.
And holding a tight spot at the bar is a longtime friend of the show and one of our favorites. He is the great star of Porno and Fisting Our German. It's one of our greatest hits
It really
as
is.
a program.
Yeah, you want to talk about listeners, you listen to that one.
Chris Pick draws people. He's back again. Chris Pick is here, everyone.
Hey. And now, introducing the host from live from the Dutch Hall. It's tube time.
Good time.
President's Club Award winner Pete Van Dyke, folks.
That's just a lovely opening. Bam.
Yeah.
Isn't that a great opening? Does anyone else think it was? I thought it was
times.
fantastic.
Good time.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, it was
sounded
good. Yeah, this is going to be a fun show. I'm really excited because we've had a 2-week hiatus.
Yep.
So it's been a while that we haven't been in the Dutch Hall, so it seems fresh and new again.
Yeah.
And there's so much that's happened. We've all been on vacation. We've all traveled the world, the globe.
We came in with a lot of
such.
excitement this week, I found.
I got to go on, yeah.
Yeah, excited to have
Oh,
a cigarette.
the click
Dave.
clock.
And the old
Thanks, buddy.
metronome.
Nice
That
to
was
get
a
back in
Nick-
the fog.
That was a Nick fit, Dave.
Is that what it was? Oh. I thought it was excitement. Apparently not.
Sorry, what happened?
Paul said it was a Nick. I said it seemed like there was a lot of excitement when everyone came in today. Paul said it was a Nick fit.
Oh, yes, because David had been off. You know, I think that's a strong constitution that you can take a vice, a dirty vice like cigarettes, Dave, and you can withhold it for on end because in the deep down, I think in your soul, you're a smoker.
No, I love them.
Love it. It's part of who you are. It's part of what you love.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know. I'm going to get ahead of myself, but Michael just got here, and I have to talk to Mike.
Thanks, though, Dave.
I'm
Try,
sorry,
buddy. I tried.
Almost got out of it.
but I like how you're doing that for Michael because he's growing a beautiful crop of tobacco, and I'm going to tell you, Michael, I'm going to say this in front of you and the world right now.
Okay.
Your crop of tobacco, those fields on the McDowell Road, it has been one of the greatest pleasures of my life to drive past those fields for the last few months. That is a gorgeous crop of tobacco, Michael, and you should be congratulated. Everyone should congratulate Michael for that crop of tobacco.
Here.
Thank
know what,
very much.
Michael?
Let's see how they play out.
The rows are straight and the tops are even. I like to see that.
That's what you do.
It is changing underneath, Michael. It's just looking like butter.
It's looking good right now. Hopefully,
Goodness
Mother
gracious.
Nature's been kind.
You've really missed everything.
yeah.
Knock wood, of course.
wood.
You don't
Yeah,
want
we
to
had a
tempt the
bit of
gods.
a tornado go through our area tonight, and it went
you-
right around me.
You
Thank
dodged
God.
the bullet today, man.
This is the wedding crap. You know what I mean? He's got to buy like whatever you need for a
Yeah, I
wedding.
need
Yeah.
this crop.
It's the
I
wedding
need this
crop.
crop.
Yeah, he needs cake and lube.
Yeah.
You know?
Cake and lube.
Isn't that what you need for a
Bonbonnieres.
wedding?
Yeah, and that little garter thing.
Yeah, that garter thing's not cheap, Michael.
No,
Right.
no.
You need to get some LBSs.
That's
you know?
right. That's right. When it all comes down to it, it's the LBSs. So we'll see. It might look good in the field, but once she starts weighing up, will be the real test.
I know this is a bit of nerdy tobacco talk, but you know me personally, I love it. You know, and I'm going to say this right now. Your bottoms, your sand leaves, those things are like gold, man.
Oh, yeah.
You see everyone else's shit sand leaves? Hey, I don't want to speak out of turn. It's been a tough year for some people.
That's right.
But those sand leaves are burned off. No good.
Yeah,
you
you
got a crop of those. I might
They're
want
nice.
to smoke a few of those sand leaves. Put them right in my pocket and smoke them.
Hey, no problem. Just come down the road, pick one.
Those are nice looking sand leaves. You know what I do? Hang on to those. Put them in a separate bale and you put that in a gold room. You only let the companies come in. The Indians can only come in and look at it if they like talk nicely.
That's
You'll show
right.
them your sand leaf bale, like beautiful sand leaf, 50 pounds.
Right.
Hand primed. Hey, this is
Oh,
hand primed.
yeah.
Oh, I
Old
went in there.
school.
I didn't even let them use a berry primer because I didn't want the gasoline exhaust to touch these leaves, right?
Pristine.
These are sand leaves, motherfucker. I want like $18 for them.
Yeah, that's the thing is when they're hard to come by, supply and demand, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So hopefully it sways in my favor that you get a good bottom off and maybe everybody else does and they're high value. We'll see.
I'm telling you, Michael, I hate even saying it out loud. I didn't want to jinx you, but I don't believe in that stuff. I probably jinxed you somehow.
That's interesting. I thought tips were the gold.
Tips are the gold, but it's whatever everybody else doesn't have, right? So what Pete's saying is the year we've had, it's been dry, so a lot of the bottom, because our sand gets so hot, it burns those bottom leaves. Now, if you keep those babies healthy and moisturized with some nice irrigation.
Yeah.
Mike's gone there and he's just probably spurts. What he does every night is when he's like, he can't sleep, he goes out to his field with a little like spritz bottle.
Wet
He
cloth.
just spritzes his sand leaves, you know? And he just says, "How you doing, boys?" And he goes out there, just strokes them a little bit, gives them some comfort, Say, "Don't burn up out here. I know it's hot."
Yeah, I know it's hot, but hold in there.
What part goes in the cigarette? All of it?
All of it. You want to blend,
Yeah,
So you want like, if you have too much at the top of the plant, it's high in tar and nicotine, and it'll choke you out with some heavy, thick smoke, So you want to have enough of the bottom and scrap tobacco like you get from shit countries. I'm not going to mention which ones.
Yep, that's the truth, though.
But it's like everyone that's not us. And then,
basically.
and then you would then mix the crappy other country stuff with our delicious, robust stuff,
Then you bring in the Canadian Delight.
which is giving you the flavor and the everything good about smoking cigarettes comes from the Canadian tobacco.
Yep,
Yeah.
accurate.
And then, but yeah, you don't want to have too much at the top. You'll choke yourself out. Too much at the bottom, maybe it's a little too weak.
Right.
But I know a guy who lived with a theory. You always want to smoke a CO2. Hey, did you ever hear that?
Nice.
If you could smoke a
mix.
full cigarette, you get a CO2, which is basically, this is such nerd tobacco talk, and I love it.
Yeah.
But if it's like the bottom of the plant would be like sand leaves, that's X.
X, yeah.
Then the next pulling would be like seconds would be like C, right? Cutters, right? Yeah, exactly. Good one, Mike. And then you go H. And then that's halfway up the plant.
Halfway.
Yeah. Then you go to like B, which is like your body tobacco, which is going to be near the top, like your undertips, And then your tips are going to be like the very top of the plant. They're a smaller leaf, high in nicotine, very leathery. That's going to be your T's, right? And but really, most of your heavy body tobacco is going to go into B.
B is your big one.
Yeah, B is your big one. It's your money maker.
Yeah,
right?
you don't get as many T's. If you're a hand primer, you'll get more T's because it's a true tip. But now the way we do it, we take, I don't know, between 8 and 10 leaves on the top. So maybe some guys will be 7, but it's kind of a blend of the T's and B's. So
T's going with
they
the
end up
B's,
putting you in a B most of the time, which is still good.
And with all those letters, how you get CO2?
CO2 is like the cutters, so not your bottom pullings, which are like weak and like sandy.
Right.
Okay.
You go
Just
the
above
ones
that.
just above those are just like if you just rolled a whole cigarette of those, it'd be a nice smoke to smoke.
It's not too. It's like what is it? Goldilocks, not too hard.
Yeah, it's just
Not too
right.
soft.
Just right.
That's another
right.
Goldilocks.
Goldilocks,
from
all right.
like Pornhub.
Yeah.
Not too hard,
it weird
not
that
too
you guys
soft.
have? Is it weird that you guys have boners right now?
Nope, I got a pinky. Admitted.
I love tobacco talk, man. I love it.
I live it, so I.
Yeah, that's dedicated. That segment of our show dedicated to Kyle Van Dyke.
Yep.
Right there.
Here you go, Botch.
For everyone who wants to know how many listeners I have, don't belittle Kyle Van Dyke's contribution to the show. He gets them out of it. He enjoys it every week.
That's 2.
That's 2. You know who else I'm thinking of? Julie Franklin, as long as we're going with my cousins who love my program. Julie Frank is my favorite cousin.
What up,
I'm on
Julie?
the record. I know Candace Dixon's listening, and she just got offended that I called Julie Franklin my favorite cousin. I'm sorry. Julie's a greater cousin. I've just drank way more whiskey shots with her. Candace, we have time. We can make this up. You can still climb to the top of the rankings, but I rank the Van Dyke cousins every morning I wake up, and Julie's there.
That's how you call them when Van Dyke Party Services calls.
Yeah.
You call them in order of the ranking.
I got to go to my ranking sheet. I'm like, where are you today? Julie Franklin's obviously at the top. And then, I'm sorry, Cole, but you're not making this cut. We don't have room for you on the bus. You know how it goes? You're 15th this week. I'm sorry. You slipped out of the top 14. I only have 14 spots.
So you do something awesome at a wedding.
Yeah. You step it up next time. Maybe you piss your pants on the dance floor. I think it's funny.
The gauntlet has been laid. Next fight Van Dyke gathering is going to be really something. Just trying to outdo each other.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't wait. They're also fun. Even we got one coming up maybe for you, Michael. Maybe we have to get some festivities in order before you get to your nuptials.
That's right. I don't think it's a maybe. I think it might be. The ball might be rolling.
Yeah, we are getting super pumped.
Yeah.
Before you get there.
Word on the street is.
Yeah. We're going to have a great time. It is going to be the most fun we've ever had in our whole lives. And also, we'll have time to reflect about the love that you have with Kelly.
That is what it's all about, actually.
Yeah, that's really what the purpose of the trip is.
Celebration.
It's a celebration of Michael's good luck in finding such a wonderful bride.
Goddamn right.
Yes. Excellent for you, Michael. Great tobacco and a sexy wife.
Please, 2018 be my year.
This is your year, man.
Fucking right.
Your hair's growing back. I saw it growing back when you came in.
Let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away.
All right.
One thing at a time.
You know what we should do while we're this much into the show is just get to a segment we call feedback. We got feedback.
Nice.
Boo.
We got feedback. It's feedback. It's motherfucking feedback.
You know, this feedback is going to be brought to you every week by our friends at Amazon. And you know what you do. You buy shit from those guys, and then, but you can give them all the money that you make. You can give it all to Amazon, or
That's a dumb move.
yeah, what? That guy's not rich enough, you know? Like,
He's the fucking richest guy in the world. I just saw it last week. He passed the next richest guy.
and he's bald.
150 capital B.
That shows you they can't fix it, Steve. They can't fix baldness.
Yeah, but you're still
Not yet.
successful, Steve, so what up? Fucking right, brother.
Yeah. It's only there.
I just think it's bullshit that they haven't fixed it yet. With stem cells and stuff, just make a shampoo and my hair grow back.
That is true.
I still think Mike, Steve, and Wes someday
One day.
are going to be sitting in the Dutch
I'd
Hall
have the longest hair ever.
with these gorgeous... You guys are going to be
oh,
like...
fuck, Fabio.
Yeah.
We will all have
Glowing. I would just want a fan on me the
Yeah.
whole time.
It's coming, man. You're going to get stem cell shampoo, and you're going to scrub your hair, and Steve is going to be such a hippie. Like, we're going to say, I thought Steve was a hippie, but I had no idea he was that much of a hippie.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's going to have, like, dreadlocks.
dirty dread.
Just dirty,
Yeah.
long hair.
I'm gonna try to put it into a man bun.
White guy
Yeah.
dreads.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, that'd be awesome, man. I
I'd be
can't
like
wait for
Patrick
you guys.
Swayze in his prime.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
awesome hair.
Roadhouse, Patrick
Roadhouse,
Swayze.
yeah.
Just ripping guys' throats out by the river.
Have those little fucking knives in my boots.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. My
Hey.
hair.
Charters, you're getting to be an older man, right?
Yeah, I guess I'm getting there, yeah.
Would you look into some GHB to rip you up like Stallone? Eh? You want me to get you some?
What is GHB?
You know, growth hormone or
Oh,
something. Or HGH?
HGH. That's what I thought he meant.
What's
but-
GHB?
That's a date rape drug.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Pretty sure GHB
Oh,
is
shit.
the date rape
I was
drug.
trying to get I was trying to get
Oh,
ripped.
yeah, I'd be into that.
I was
yeah.
trying to get
Dave
ripped.
would be into that.
It was just
Not raped.
No, I got raped instead of ripped.
Raped.
Damn it. That was just one thing off, one acronym off.
Again.
Yeah, get me some.
3 letters.
What's a rape one or the ripped one? I don't know which one you want.
Next
But would
topic.
would you take a would you take a like some sort of like a testosterone pill or something if you knew that would like make you young?
No.
Why?
Look at me.
You're going to be young though forever. You get to maintain what you got.
Yeah. Isn't that what I'm doing?
You are on a bit of a health kick, right? Am I right? Are you going in another one of your ridiculous health
I'm just
kicks?
drying up a little bit. Drying out.
Drying out, yeah.
Drying out.
You're not doing anything radical
No, not really radical.
because we
Staying
can make
away
it a
from-
contest.
Staying away from bread.
Okay.
Is this the keto?
No, I don't agree with that. There's a guy at work on that. I don't believe it.
Bacon and
I don't
cheese,
believe
buddy.
in it.
Bacon and cheese. That's all you eat.
Yeah, that's
Really?
Best diet ever.
This is my new diet is no bread, no potatoes, no sugar, except for whatever I did today. And then like the booze and stuff, I think is sugar, right? But does fruit count as sugar? That's what I don't
It's
get.
a different kind of sugar.
It
There's-
depends
Can I
what
have
kind
that?
of fruit too.
Huh?
Don't eat any melon or pineapple.
Why not pineapple?
Or banana.
No
Because
good.
banana's like breaded sugar.
It's too easy for your body to process those carbohydrates. You want a nice apple or a pear, or maybe a peach.
Awesome. Everything he says is so like calmingly boring, right? And it's like NPR, right? People like that, right? You could be on like the John Gameshi show, like the next one.
If you had a show.
Oh, yeah, bring it back.
If he didn't beat women so much. John Gameshi, King of Spain.
That's so funny. I just watched that video the other day.
Moxie
Yeah,
Fruvis?
Moxie Fruvis. It's filmed in Toronto. I don't know what came up. I don't even know why it came up.
This is my problem with John Gameshi, and I know I've said this years ago. No one even remembers who John Gameshi is, but that fucking guy, he's a singer from Moxie Fruvis, right? And then he's so pompous when he's on that Q show. Like he accomplished something. You're in Moxie Fruvis. Like
he was connected.
And he was like, oh, what a scumbag that guy is, eh? Like, what a disgusting scumbag John Gameshi is. And those are the guys, those pompous with your nose in the air kind of guys who are out there smacking around women and thinking they like it, you know? Like, that's the kind of guys who are the ones that come across like their shit don't stink. They're the ones you got to worry about. Like, you know, Charter's shit does stink. You can look at him and you know he's a disaster of a human being. But he is not going to have any, like, skeletons come out of his closet, you know? All his faults are obviously displayed on his face and body. Right?
Can't find a bigger closet.
And we're also brought to you by Norpac.
The beef people.
That was all the Amazon ad, eh?
Wow.
Norpac, though?
Wow.
The beef people.
Paul, do you feel bad? This is actually our first piece of feedback. And it ties in a little bit with Norpac because when you were... That's awesome, man. See, the way he does it is understated. Now, when Paul doesn't show up at the show, last time Laurie showed up, Laurie Ball, right?
Yeah.
And she filled your role. And she did it admirably. She got all the lines in. And I'll tell you, Bailey Adcock, another person listening.
That's 3.
What up?
4.
4 maybe we got now. Willie Van Dyke.
Hey, well,
Hi, Willie.
hi, Uncle Will.
Yeah, Steve's waving. And
Like that.
what's that mean, Steve? Is that some sort of a dirty digit hook? Like, is that a
that's
gang sign?
No middle finger at all.
Oh, pick.
That's right.
Okay, I get it. And then, anyways, Bailey Adcock said it was one of her most entertaining shows she's heard was the one with Laurie.
Whoa.
She thought that might have been the
Nice.
best one yet
Nice. Well done.
because Laurie's contribution to the show, is what she said. Isn't that something?
Wow.
And so she took Paul's role.
Bailey's not really a Paul fan, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, fuck Bailey.
Hey, I didn't say any. I don't know about that. I'll tell you that is the words of Paul Van Dyke alone, and not me, Bailey. I do not want you taking this out on the show. The rest of the Nocturnal Emissions have nothing bad to say about you, or do you? Anyone? Bailey? You wanna-
Oh, she gave us whiskey. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's a great gift.
Game and sauce at Swazi's.
Yes, twice, I think.
Yeah.
By the way, great plug. We're gonna be at Swazi's October 31st.
All right.
I'm going to be there doing a comedy show with Jason Allen and Doug Koning.
Perfect.
Nice.
And whether the Nocturnal Emissions are coming or not, it's still up in the air because I haven't even talked to you about
First
it.
I heard of it.
Yeah. First we heard of it. But
It's a Halloween show.
Breaking.
no, August.
Oh, August.
I said
thought you said
October too.
Did I say October? I think the October show would be more likely Nocturnal Emissions to show up than the August show.
I agreed.
But there may be components of the Nocturnal Emissions that will show up.
There
But
you go.
I don't think it'll be a full. It'll just be a comedy show. So we're gonna lower the cover a little bit for you that one. But still, it's a great tour we're doing called the Rub-a-Dub Pub Tour.
Cool.
With Jason Hallen, myself, and Doug Koning.
Oh, great comics.
Good
And
lineup.
yeah, so if you'd like to, even if you have a charity event coming up or something that you'd like to do for an interesting fundraiser, why don't you plan a comedy show and hire the Rub-a-Dub Pub Tour? We will come through and entertain you for as long as you want us to. We are cheap clowns made to entertain. And so please do that. And you can always reach out to me at livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com. And you know what? I'm going to go check if we have the cheese lady because I don't remember. I think it's just a simple one from the cheese lady this week, but if you still want, we should recognize her. Is a good friend. She's listened to us. She listens to us every week when she's putting together her cheese trays. She's from the Second Mouse in Delhi. It's our good friend, the cheese lady.
Well, we're checking
on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, chicken on the cheese lady. She's always on the run. Chicken on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, chicken on the cheese lady. She's always having fun. Chicken on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, chicken on the cheese lady, always on the run. Chicken on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, chicken on the cheese lady. Let's see what she's done.
What's shaking, Teresa?
Hey, you know, Teresa, she's just sitting there. You know, she just a little short one this week. She says, thanks for my Friday entertainment. Hashtag listening in Delhi. Hashtag cheese lady. And that was with regard to vaginas don't like to be called names. But you can say which one she listens to. She listens to everyone every week. Teresa, we appreciate your support. Keep spreading the good cheese. And I think that's an expression. Is that an expression?
Spread the
Keep
good cheese.
spreading the good cheese.
Yeah.
Keep spreading the good cheese, Teresa. That's your new slogan for the second mouse. It should
There you
be.
go, yep.
We're just writing them here, making money for people in the community.
What we do.
That's what we do. Big news coming up, but first we have one more sponsor. Van Dyke Party Services. Brought to you by our good friends at Clean Flow.
Best sponsor
As you can
ever.
say, they provide us with these cups, staff, Van Dyke Party Services.
Thanks.
You're wondering what that is? Well, you know what? Most of you people, you're on your summer vacation. You're doing things with your family and friends. You want to enjoy your spare time where you're not shackled to a desk or to an assembly line of some sort or to some sort of evil boss that cracks a whip in your back and makes you like bend over and get the things in the bottom cabinet while he looks at your panties and your butt.
Whale
you know?
tail.
I'm not wearing
Yeah.
panties.
Paul, you son of a bitch.
Well,
Is that why I've looked at your
that's
crack for that long? I would love a whale tail on Paul when he's doing construction work, just to cover his crack. I just want some sort of underpants to cover his crack, because his underpants do not cover his crack.
High crack. Born with a high crack.
Oh, you need just underpants to wear under your underpants that just cover the top of your crack.
Like thongs
Yeah.
and then underpants?
Just
Or
like
maybe
some
not
kind
even a thong, just like a
waistband.
top ass crack shield. Why don't you get like a back brace that covers ass crack? That would do good, because those
like-
guys are...
Dragon's Den that shit.
It'd make for
Oh,
a bad
yeah.
tan line.
Huh?
That'd make for bad tan lines.
You could like keep the
Like my
nails
butt.
in there.
So I'm saying that your tan lines that you have now is then your greatest
Yes.
gift to the world, or like that's what's making your life work so smoothly is them in your lack of weird tan lines. Yeah,
No one wants strange tan lines.
no, that's gonna really put a cramp in your style if you got weird tan lines. Yeah, I know that. I know. So one time I took my shirt off. I had what was known as a farmer's tan. Oh, was that ever embarrassing for the 2 seconds till I put another shirt on? then it wasn't embarrassing at all. You don't see my farmer tan or my back hair. They're both invisible now. I just look like a human. It'll be your surprise later on, Missy. Right, Charters? That's what you were saying at Mike's Stag. You were going to like try to pick up some whore you were talking about earlier. Is that what you were saying? What? And then, that wasn't you. That wasn't you. Charters, you went on a family vacation, a real wholesome family vacation.
We sure did.
Yeah.
With the extended family, there
And-
was 28 of us went on vacation together. It was glorious.
28 people.
28, yeah.
How many cottages would
My
that?
wife and her whole family, parents, sisters, brothers, kids, 14 cousins, and 14 adults.
No.
Spread over 3 cottages and a trailer in the park.
And that is out of 2 people. All that came.
That's right.
Oh, I know. Those
14 cousins within that family.
Yeah, 14 we're up to.
you're up to 14
Yeah.
cousins, and you're up to how many?
Like
There's
14
12,
adults,
there's-
6 couples, and then the parents.
And you're nowhere close to being done either, are you? 'Cause
I
you're
think
only
there's
at-
more coming. I think
Yeah, yeah.
there might be some more coming.
Because one guy's got no kids, one girl's got
Yeah.
no kids, and the other one's only got one.
That's right.
And you know you're from a family of like incredible breeders.
Yeah. Like
It's definitely coming more through the pipe, you know. Like it
Yeah.
seems that way to me. Like they got to do for the most fertile families in Norfolk. I'm going to put that family, your family you married into, in the running. Who can go against that family?
We're up there.
Yeah, you guys breed, plant deep, and don't ask any questions. You just like fess up to your responsibility. Hey, I like to come right by the egg. And I am going to take care of my responsibility because that's how much I like coming. Right by the egg. This episode will be called Right by the Egg. Is it right?
Yep.
It seems like that's the name of this episode.
Oh yeah. I
So
think
far.
that's a-
Right?
Yeah, that makes
We invited Chris Pick all the way in here,
Sure did.
and we haven't really addressed him.
That's all right.
And Chris,
Just listening.
we brought you in here because you're a man of the world, and you not only did you come in here, you came in here after you've been tugged at,
Yeah.
ripped parts of your body ripped out of your face,
Yeah. Wisdom teeth.
wisdom teeth.
Today?
Yeah, today.
At 2 o'clock,
2:30.
at 2:30 today, there was a man,
2:30.
your dentist,
Dentist, it was a man and a woman.
who did the pulling. Do you know?
The woman.
The woman did, eh?
Yeah.
Just
She was
who-
nice. She's bossy but nice, but I need to be bossy because I'm a big candy ass when it comes to that dentist chair.
Yeah, you're scared of
Oh, fuck, I'm scared. I've had so many bad things happen as a dentist. At the dentist ever since I was a kid. When I was a kid, my mom left me in the crib with the bottle, rotted all my new teeth, so they all had to be pulled, right? And my root, so the nerve is like a extension cord where the wire is the nerve, and then there's a big thing around it,
it? Yeah.
and I have a thick thing.
what
So
she said.
it's hard to freeze. So I got my teeth pulled as a kid and wasn't frozen or anything. I was screaming, squealing. So I've had the fear ever since that. And then I had a root canal once, and they broke a drill bit. He said it was his first drill bit ever broken into my jaw. Left it in there, packed it. Yep. So many bad things. And then this dentist says to me, I'm hard to freeze. I'm a hard guy to freeze. I like to tell him right away. It's going to take 8 to 22 needles in about 6 hours for me to be ready.
Yeah.
And he says, no worries. We're going to give you the good stuff. 2 needles freezes my whole head, my nose, my eardrum, half my head. And I'm like, what the fuck has these other dentists been giving me? The shitty stuff? Like, this stuff was like pure cocaine.
The cheap
I
stuff,
swear
yeah.
to God. It was like just whole head frozen, eyeball, eardrum, right up to the top of my skull. It was awesome. And it was a new dentist.
A little bit of
New
hair fell out.
dentist. It was awesome. Didn't feel him pulling, you know. She was pulling it and said, if you feel something, let me know. I'm like, I will. And then my candy ass thought I felt something. I was like, no, it's nothing. I don't need it. Just pull it out.
You were just pulling yourself at that point.
Yeah, like psychologically getting psyched out because usually halfway through I need another needle, right? And this time, I don't know. It was in a red vial. It was like red shit she gave me. It was awesome crap.
Just Chinese writing on it.
Yeah.
You couldn't
Yeah.
read a thing.
Couldn't read it. Maybe it's made in China. Maybe the good shit's made in China.
If anyone has any of the red vials shit that they'd like to send to us,
the Dutch
it's
Hall
at
would like to try it.
livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com. Go to our Facebook page and you can find our address to send us a red vial of stuff to
Yeah.
freeze Chris's face.
8:30 at night is when it came out.
Holy shit.
8:30.
Finally.
Really? That's
Yeah,
when you could feel your face
8:30,
again?
I found my face.
Did you eat when your face was numb?
No, I always feel like I'm chewing on my cheek, so I just don't move my lips or do nothing because one time I chewed on my cheek
Oh,
when
yeah.
it was frozen, and then when it unfreezes, you're like, holy
It's like hamburger
shit.
in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's like putting a hot Pop-Tart right next to it, right, and just burning.
Pop-Tarts.
I like a Pop-Tart. I know that feeling. Take it right out of the toaster and shove it into your cheek. That fucking burns like hell. Hey?
Pop-Tart.
You ever take a hot Pop-Tart and just fucking shove it right into your fat cheek, Dave? You ever do that?
When you're hungry, man, you don't want to wait for it to cool down.
That's right.
Yeah,
I am the king of fucking eating too hot of food.
Yeah.
And when I used to work at the bank, they would make fun of me like at lunchtime because I would just take things right out of the microwave or whatever and just shove it right in my mouth.
Pizza
And then go like, and then I would like create a
this?
stir. Yeah. That's what I would that's something I've never learned. It's like if you have like a dumb animal and he keeps like making the same mistake over and over again, and you're like, I think I'm gonna have to take him out back and shoot him.
That's your dumb animal moment.
Yeah. Mine's hot food. It just keeps going into my mouth. I can't stop it. Just burn the shit out of my mouth. all the time.
This time it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got to thicken up soon enough with a callus of some sort.
Just
Like the skin just peels off the
Yep.
top, the roof of your mouth.
Yeah.
roof blisters.
It's
Nothing
like against
worse.
like your teeth, and you got it peeled off with your tongue.
The pizza.
With the
burn.
whole roof, of the whole arc is just a blister.
That's a keeper. Yes, that's a keeper.
She's going to leak liquid.
box.
You'd think they would have made our mouths unsensitive for what we put it through. From dentists to fucking jamming hot food in it.
Yeah. I could eat anything if I had like a fucking mouth like Paul's hands, you know? I could eat anything I wanted to.
Hot Pop-Tarts. Fucking right.
Yeah, fuck. I'd just be like throwing hot Pop-Tarts in one after the other. What was the first title of the show?
Oh, fuck.
Close. Oh, I had it right here.
Close to the egg.
Right by the egg.
Right by the egg. Next to the egg or something.
Hot Pop-Tarts.
Hot Pop-Tarts.
Right by the
is,
egg.
is a close one. Hot Pop-Tarts right by the egg. Anyways, we were still in the commercial, or did we move on? No, we did. No, Van Dyke Party Services.
Don't live your life in regret.
There you go. Buy 2 by Clean Flow.
What
Give
up,
it-
Clean Flow? They're the best.
We did miss the commercial. And Yarmy Electric, leave them alone, goddammit.
Busy. Fuck
Go
off.
fuck yourself.
Thank you. I like whizzing through the commercials like that. We are officially done. We are officially done commercials. Now, I do have my notes here. It was one, compliment Mike on his tobacco crop, which we did.
Really?
Check.
Yes. Talk with Paul about his trip to Newfoundland.
Oh.
You went to Newfoundland, eh, Paul?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, this is you never been before, right?
No, first time.
Steve, you been?
Have
You been in Newfoundland?
a bunch of times.
What did I say the first time? I say Newfoundland. No, Newfoundland.
Yes.
Understand Newfoundland, right? Is what you have to say. Because if you don't say that, you're considered to be a stupid Torontonian.
That's
right.
if you say Newfoundland, right?
Don't say
Can't
Newfoundland.
say that.
No, it's very bad, Kevin. That's one of those things they'll do that'll show your ignorance.
Yep.
And they won't give you a washed cod to kiss. They will make you kiss a dirty cod.
Nothing
Say
worse
it a
than
lot
being
faster than that too.
Huh?
They'll say it a lot faster.
And
than
they'll
that,
say a
too.
whole bunch of stuff you don't understand. Is that
Oh.
correct?
Yeah, mostly cunt and fuck.
They like cunt and fuck?
Yeah, fucking cunt. Yeah.
They're good
yeah,
people,
washed
eh?
So
cod.
you
Yeah,
fit
fucking
right in
cunt.
then, Paul.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You must have loved it there, you know?
It was great. We went, we have VRBO'd, so we stayed in the house with the homeowner owned a fishing boat. We went out fishing and whale watching with a guy that's been a fisherman for 55 years. Hand catching cod off the side of the boat in the ocean. It was fucking great. And then, like, stayed in Petty Harbor, which is a little fishing village.
So you just like put in like when you say hand fishing, you're in a boat, right?
Yeah, 31-foot, like, tugboat.
In the ocean, right?
Yeah.
So
feeling
is it
very
like
small.
wavy?
Yep.
So you're in there like riding swells, and you just take like line and a weight
Throw it overboard.
and throw it over until it hits the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, just like a hand line on a wooden wheel, and you'd let it off till it hit the bottom, and then take no more line, come up one crank, and then just jig real hard until you caught a cod and pull the damn thing in the
Are you
boat.
hooking them like in their mouth or in just some part of their body?
in their mouth.
Oh, yeah?
Usually, and then bring them up the side of the boat. You get a 3.5-foot cod. We caught 22 pounds of cod. They cleaned it, and
No bait.
no bait used at all.
That's $17 a pound
Just
at the
hook.
grocery market.
We caught 22
like a
pounds.
old
They
school.
cleaned it, cleaned it right on the dock. We cooked up about 2 pounds of it, and then gave the rest away. Like with that fishing village, they would eat cod 3 times a day, like lunch,
Yeah.
breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's cod. That's it. Sometimes you get a stew, or they'd cook it 3 different ways. But it's
Cod
still-
tongues?
Yeah, and
cod
cheeks
tongues.
and stuff at the bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, cod tongues and cheeks. I never got screeched in, but
No?
I don't like kissing fish anyway.
No. It was kind of a touristy thing. It's like going do something like if you go to like we were in California, and then we met these guys from Iowa, and we said I don't like saying I'm from Toronto when they ask me where I'm from. That's why I say Niagara Falls. I say we're kind of by Niagara Falls because I know people know about that place. And they go, "Oh, we've never been to Niagara Falls. We've been meaning to go up and check it out." And I'm like, "Please don't.
Yeah.
It's just garbage. They ruined it. You know, there's nothing good about it. It's like It's our Branson or something. It's not like something you were like, oh great, we got to go see Niagara Falls. You know, you know what it could have been? It could have been a park in Niagara Falls where you could have like hiked through like woods, and at the end of your hike, there's Niagara Falls. You know, think how awesome that would have been. you know. But no, hotels and bullshit and some sort of a really expensive Vegas where you don't get comped anything.
A lot of people would have fallen if it was the Pete Van Dyke way in Niagara Falls. A lot of people would have just kept walking right into the falls.
Yeah, died.
You think about it now, like people
Sweet.
fall now.
Yeah,
and
they
it's
still
like
do, yeah.
There's a 8-foot barrier, right? Imagine if there was no barrier and you just came out of the woods and there's
No, you can put the barriers. You
Oh,
just
see
have
you
to
later.
hike to get to it. You just have to go through forest to get to it. But then still, like, put the same barriers to protect the lemmings from falling off.
But I mean,
But-
you can totally jump off the American side, no problem.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was there a couple weeks ago. You can walk right up and look straight down the falls. It's crazy. I had no idea the view was
That is
that
correct.
spectacular.
Yep.
And it's a shithole of the worst town in the world, right? Niagara Falls, New York.
The town it sucks for
Oh,
sure.
it's bad.
Oh, yeah.
They have a casino.
Niagara Falls, New York. Has
Yeah.
it cleaned up since I haven't been there in a long time?
No, but they got a casino.
A lot of people like it because you
Free
smoke
booze.
butts in there.
Oh yeah, the American casino, no matter where it is, if it's in the States, it's gonna be better than
But
Canada.
that's why they go to that side. What's that one called right across?
Seneca.
Seneca. yeah.
Seneca, yeah, because in American casinos, they'll give you a free drink, they'll
Free
let you
drinks.
smoke cigarettes, they'll like treat it like it's a casino.
Yeah.
Where this one, they're like, in Canada, you come to a casino, they're like, how many drinks are you gonna have? And you're like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Shut your mouth and give me as many beers as I want. You know, like you just shut up.
Yeah, I got
And-
cut off at the casino one time.
Yeah, they're like, I'm ordering
Come on.
drinks for my friends, and they're like, no, you can't. I'm like, I can't. I can't drink at a bar.
They want.
Are you fucking like making this up? Like, what are you doing? Well, there's gambling in here. We don't want to make you get drunk and then gamble your money. That's why I'm fucking here to get drunk and gamble my money. That was the whole point of coming to a fucking casino. That's what it's called, a casino. It means gambling in native tongue. And gambling in what? Gambling and
Native
drunken
tongue.
gambling
Yeah,
in
drunk.
native tongue.
They
What is
want
that?
you to gamble responsibly.
Ojibwe. What?
Like
Be
going-
responsible.
Yeah, you have to be responsible because it's Canada.
Only in Canada,
We have to hold
yeah.
people's hands. That's why we can't have like a, what do you call it? Tailgating parties. That's why we can't have an NFL football team because the only thing fun about a football game is going to the tailgating party.
Yeah, and you can drink like within miles of the stadium. Just walk around and hammer beers.
Yeah, it's the most fun ever.
And go watch a football game.
In Canada, we have it, and they're like, no, you can't do that. You can cook. You can maybe have a cookout if you have a permit. But
Some,
you can't. You can't have any alcohol for sure, and you can't be like lighting your tables on fire and doing a RKO off the top of your trailer through it.
Bills Mafia.
Well, that fucking sucks, then, doesn't it? We aren't going to give you our team.
Some of the stadiums.
We're staying in Buffalo.
And we're fucking gonna kill it.
Yeah. Some of the stadiums you can take your own booze into the stadium.
Yeah.
Really?
NASCAR races.
Yeah.
NASCAR races are the best. Whatever booze you can fit under your seat was the one we went in Pocono.
Yeah.
It was the best.
It's like a little guideline. Here,
Yeah.
fit the booze within this guideline. You're good to go.
So everyone buys coolers that are the specific size will fit under the
Yeah.
seat. They sell them all around the track, and you fill it with like 30 beers.
Fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
No 1950 drinks there, like at
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where the Leafs
75
play.
cents.
Leafs. What is it? 1950 for a beer with the Leafs.
That's
But
probably-
they're
that's probably
doubles.
accurate.
But they're doubles, and you're like, but I don't want a double. I don't want half a cold beer and half a piss warm beer.
That's right, but it's-
that I'm babying because it cost me $20.
Can't even hold the cup.
Let me
It's so
just
big.
buy 4 fucking $5 beers like a regular person, you know, and I'll drink them. Each time I finish one, I get another cold one, and it's still fucking cold when I'm drinking it. That's how people live, right? I don't see what the fucking magic is. Anyways, Mike's beautiful crop, check.
Keep mentioning. Don't jinx it though.
Oh, I do want to talk about something. You know, Dutch Hall is not just a podcast, and we're not just a late night talk show program, but we also are a production company. We make things happen production wise, and maybe even not right now, but in the future we definitely will be. And there's a lot of exciting announcements to come. One of which may involve, I'm going to throw a teaser. It may involve a change of location for Live from the Dutch Hall.
Whoa.
Change of location for Live from the Dutch Hall. I'm just saying, it seems like it may happen. It is in the works as we speak. I can't get any more detail of it, but exciting things afloat
Whispers.
for the
Pine
Dutch
Grove.
Hall.
Pine
Dutch
Grove
Hall going
Whispers.
big time. We are going to the big leagues.
Wow.
Big leagues. And when you hear where we're going, this is the biggest of the big leagues. And if you don't believe me,
Legit.
you just wait till you know where we're headed with this program. We're up against the big boys. The HH, the former BH, the GH. Did I already say that one?
Nope.
Yeah. The PH. You know that one?
Better be balanced.
These are hints.
Yeah, it's bad for your hair.
We're going to the big time, people. Big time. Can't talk about it on this show, but we're going to move on. But we're saying, but we want to start a production company. If we're going to do that, well, I got some ideas, and I don't want any nasty people to steal them because I think one's already been stolen. So I have movie ideas, and I need to get into them. Do you guys ever do that? You ever have a movie idea, and you're like, that's a good movie idea?
Yep.
I think it'd be a great movie. You have them, Chris?
Yeah, I had one, and then they did it prior.
His is all
But it
flawed.
wasn't stolen or anything. It was just
Just
parallel.
parallel thought. What was
Yeah,
it?
It was about a guy that was okay, perfectly physically okay, and he always placed second in life.
Yeah.
And he went into the Special Olympics.
Oh, the Johnny Knoxville
Yeah,
one.
Johnny Knoxville one. Then like 4 years later, it comes out. I'm like, damn. I don't know if it was a good movie, but it was a
I liked it. I liked it.
just a guy that kept placing second all the time.
Did you
Wanted
see
to win
Jimmy?
gold.
You remember Jimmy in that one? The guy that was really awesome in the Special Olympics that ended up winning anyways, that black guy? He was awesome. He comes like a superstar into the Special Olympics because he's such a great runner.
Yeah.
That's the best. I love that movie. That's Fairley Brothers, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was good. I liked it. I enjoyed every
Well, your
minute.
idea.
That
They
might
didn't
be
steal
a future irrigation movie, is what I'm thinking. That's one of those ones they're going to show late at night.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Maybe they can't show that one anymore at all because it's too
You
insensitive
can't-
for the.
Yeah, it's insensitive now. And
They won't even show Speedy Gonzales.
Yep.
That's funny. Speedy Gonzales was a hero.
You know what I caught this irrigation season?
What'd you get?
Major leagues.
Oh, great
nice.
series.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Got into the major leagues again.
Who did Wesley Snipes turn into? Just another dude, or did he become famous? The new Wesley Snipes? When you get deep into the major leagues, when
Oh no.
no, you just
No,
went
he-
Major League One.
Yeah, like the old ones. That's
Yeah.
when he's the best.
Who?
Wesley.
Yeah, he was only in the first major league though. The second
Yeah.
major league, they replaced him with another Wesley Snipes.
Oh
Am I-
right. Was it Omar Epps?
Omar Epps took
Yeah.
his place,
Yeah.
and they just thought we wouldn't notice the difference.
Oh, you noticed the difference.
Yes. Why don't they just make him a new character? Just say that guy got traded.
Exactly. like that old catcher. Like, oh yeah, he just retired.
Yeah, he just retired. He was old. He was from
Knees
LA
are-
Law.
Knees are shot.
Yeah.
Carbon.
Yeah, you know who I liked
Attaboy,
was
Steve.
the coach in that one. The coach.
Oh man, with
He-
like the cigarette duster.
Yeah, yeah. The little raspy voice.
Yeah.
I love those character actors like that. That was a good guy.
Yep. I got into that.
Yeah.
It was great.
Major League's a fun movie.
Good times.
I say fuck you, Joe Boo. Right?
Fuck you, Joe Boo.
Good movies.
Falls on board. So yes, a major league. So we were talking. So I got a one. I was talking about it with my daughter the other day. I got a romantic comedy pitch. This is seriously in my head for years. Years. You won't even believe how this is a romantic comedy, a serious romantic comedy that's been in my head. I can't get it out. It just keeps saying, I think that would be a good movie. I think that's the most romantic movie ever. Right? This is the pitch, okay? It's not even funny. It's a romantic comedy. It's stuff only women will like. I would hate this movie. I would not enjoy it. It's formulaic and bullshit. But I know I can make money with it, right? Okay, there's a guy, and let's say there's three friends, right? Three friends. And then one of the buddies is married to this really terrific woman, and then the other buddy just falls in love, loves that woman that his buddy's married to, right? And so there's the struggle of him realizing he wants to find a woman like that. I want to find a woman like that. Then he wants to find that woman, right? And then he thinks he's going to admit his love to her, and then he realizes it's a mistake because she's got like a husband who's his friend and kids, and he's a real fucking dirtbag even for thinking it. And at the end, it ends with him realizing that he's just going to have to love this girl forever, but it's going to be unrequited for the end. But at the very end of the movie, the girl there's a girl on a bus that just says hi and then it ends because he's gonna end up fucking that girl, right?
Could be a romantic horror movie
Wow.
also if you just took it a couple lanes to the right.
You got to kill someone at the end of it?
No, not kill, just stalk heavily, like heavy stalking.
No, you hire-
involved in that
But
movie.
if you went to the left, you'd be a porno.
Who's
No, I'm hiring only like dwarves for all the roles. Like, I don't know if you understand. All my movies will only star dwarves.
okay?
That's where
Then,
the
then I think
comedy
it just
is.
went to a B movie.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
unfortunately. But
well, this
I
movie
mean,
the next movie makes more sense with regard to the dwarf casting. And now, if because this is my movie about Jesus. Okay, it's my movie about Jesus. It's my religious.
better
it's-
be good.
And so, like, you know how your grandma is, or say your great grandma. Think of a great grandma, like when you were a kid, and then like you remember you had like a really old lady or old man, someone in your family, or like it was really old, and you couldn't believe how old they were, and then you'd hear some like really crazy racist shit come out of their mouth, or like some crazy like prejudice stuff, not even against people you knew we had a problem with, like those fucking Irish, something like that. And then you're like, that's crazy. It doesn't make sense in our day and age, that people think like that. Now, imagine Jesus' time is 2,000 years ago, right? Maybe a great grandma would only be like 100 years different. So that means these people are like 20 times crazier than that old lady that was saying all the N-word all the time, right? 20 times as crazy. We're talking like they don't like anybody that's not them. This is Jesus' time, right? Like there are a bunch of little short people. That's why I'm getting dwarves to play them, because it's in the time it was in the nutrition. The Jews were all played by dwarves.
Stocky.
The Romans will be played by big, tall, black guys in my movie. And then, I'm going to give the Philistines Asians. But that's just it's an aside. But anyways, Jesus is just a regular dude, like born like with a brain like what we have today, where he thinks it's all crazy what all these fucking animals are doing. Like with and I even have one for the parable of the fishes. The parable of the fishes, how Jesus fed like all these people with 2 fish.
Yeah, and 5 loaves.
And 5 loaves, right? Well, as it turns out, like fish were really big in those days. They were really large, so you could feed a whole village with 2 fish. If you weren't fucking barbarians that were just attacking it and like punching people and filling your pockets with it and just eating raw fish till you puked, like Jesus is like, we're gonna cook it, we're gonna like set it up into segments, we're gonna count the amount of people, they gotta be in line, we're gonna give them the appropriate portions, and maybe next time we don't make 5 in like ridiculously huge loaves of bread, we make like a bunch of little ones like buns or like rolls or something like that,
Garlic bread.
And that's the miracle of the fishes, right? That's Jesus. He's just a normal guy who thinks like rationally. He's like, no. If he likes that Philistine, even though you're not the same, you don't have to stone the bitch, You can just like let them live a happy life and leave them alone, right? That would be my Jesus movie.
Pete, that one's a stinker, man.
You don't like it?
I gotta say,
another
I
B
don't like
movie.
it. No one's stealing that one.
What?
I'm honest. I'm a friend, so I'm
I think
honest. That one's a bit of a stinker. Mike was yawning during the. I'm just saying.
this Jesus movie.
Yeah, Jesus movie's a bit of a stinker.
All his miracles are just like explained as being like just
yeah, I
him
would
not
put
being
too
stupid.
much more thought into that
Just
one. I
calm the
just
fuck
let
down, everybody.
Yeah, just calm the fuck down.
Not
Take it
every-
easy.
not
You don't go
everyone's
crazy
gonna
and
be
just
gold.
eat all the bread.
Reasonable Jesus.
Yeah, reasonable Jesus. He's just a guy that's not
That's
crazy.
the title.
Reasonable Jesus.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I do.
If it's like a modern day, I can kind of get
If
what
you
you're saying.
explained
Modern
all
day
the
Jesus,
miracles-
he looks like me right now in this kind of.
Yeah, he's like
setup.
giving everybody the fish and Tupperware.
He wakes
He gives
up.
them the fish and Tupperware. He's like, "This is bring it home."
His mom actually does
Kev
get
wants
pregnant.
a star roll
yeah.
already. He
Yeah,
wants
he's
a star
plugging
roll.
his
eh?
star roll.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a star in this movie.
No,
I'm just saying.
It's a killer, man. I think it's really gonna work out.
No, I like the other one.
You like the other one,
Yeah.
the romantic comedy?
I'd go with the romantic comedy.
I like
but-
the Jesus one starring Kevin Belanger.
Oh yeah,
As Jesus.
as Jesus.
French
right?
Jesus.
French Jesus.
French Jesus.
We'll call him French Jesus the whole time too, just so no one gets upset.
No,
Why do they keep saying French Jesus?
No, it's just kind of cute.
And then, and like you're gonna fuck Mary Magdalene a lot, but then you're just gonna be like in the movie, and you'd be like, no. She's like,
No.
She's
I'm just
not really
forgiving
a
her.
whore.
No, she's just a lady that is
Doesn't,
really.
it doesn't actually say anywhere that she is a whore.
No,
It
you know
doesn't
what? You know
say
what she
that
was? She was an intellectual,
Yeah.
and she was at the par with men in the day. And the men are like, "Fuck this! If we're gonna write a book about this woman, she's a whore.
Yeah.
We're gonna make her a whore so that nobody thinks she's as smart as we are." But really, she was way smarter than those guys were, right?
All
And Jesus,
women are
that's why Jesus
smart.
liked her, because he's like, finally a normal chick that gets it, you know, like she actually fucking gets it. And they're like, "No, we're making you a whore, Mary Magdalene." Like at the people that are writing the Bible, you know. I believe that to be true, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's why
just-
they didn't let her gospel get through.
Yeah, and you look at the Last Supper painting, it's like the one apostles kind of looks like a chick. They always say it's Peter. I'm like, fuck you, it's Peter. That one with the long hair and stuff and no beard. Why does he have no beard? Right? That's Mary
Why does she have
Magdalene.
a tit?
Didn't they all have long hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had long hair, but they all had beards because they weren't pussies. Right? They all grew the beards. They didn't have like razors and stuff. If they're a man, they grow a beard. Why did this guy have no beard? Long hair. He could grow long hair, but he couldn't grow a beard at his age? That's Mary Magdalene. You know who's not in that picture is Judas, that fucking scamp. I'm going to call him a scamp. I'm sorry to say it. Saint Judas. Is he still a saint, Dave?
I don't think so.
No? Do you know a lot about religion, Dave?
I know a little bit.
You play in a church band. That's real, right?
Yep.
When I have questions about religion, I come to you.
Yeah, Judas was not in the painting. He was out getting his 12 pieces of silver.
Yeah,
He
he's a
hung
piece of
himself.
shit. Mary Magdalene's the 12th one. They're counting wrong. That's what I say. Do you think that too? Is that a Tom Hanks thing? Is that like?
That is from, well, it's from the book, right? Whatever.
Is that the Da Vinci Code?
Yeah, Da Vinci Code, yeah.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
Where that's Mary Magdalene in the picture with no beard?
Yeah.
Good, because not Peter, because I looked I took the name Peter, you know? So I take a little offense when Peter's the one that looks like a complete woman with tits and everything. Like he looks like he has tits, right? Dave?
Yeah. Definitely a bosom.
I have no beard and tits. Like I'm offended as a fellow Peter. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, Mary Magdalene, good egg.
Right by the egg.
Yeah. In my movie, Mary Magdalene's good egg. She's like totally cool. Her and Jesus like to lie around on Sundays, watch like TV, and just like
Eat mushrooms.
yeah, eat mushrooms and maybe play with each other's genitals. Nice day, nice Sunday. Anyways, that's it. Do you want to do? We'll do one game to end. You want to do one game to end?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna do this game. Steve, I was supposed to talk to you the whole time about you teaching us how to live 9 extra years,
Yeah, let's hear that. I need some extra years.
and so Chris needs it. Do you want to do that first? You put a thing on Facebook to rescue the people of this world,
Right.
to tell them you need to live 9 extra years. How do you do it?
It's very simple. All you have to do is go see live music.
No, it didn't. Well, you know what I'm gonna say? Live entertainment. How about that?
Sure.
Can you throw us comedians a fucking bone, Steve? Once in a while, just say music and something else that you
Sure.
enjoy.
Get out of the house, go be with a bunch of people, and do something together. Whether it's a comedy show or enjoying your favorite band.
Yeah. It doesn't
out.
make sense, though. Do you agree, Michael?
Yeah, because every time you do that, I feel like it's a bit of a different experience. Like I just went to a concert, like
You went
last
to
minute.
Glorious Sons,
yeah,
right?
the Key to Bala, which if you
Oh,
ever get
sweet.
a chance, go to that venue because it's like Canadian fucking historic place. It's where the Hip used to play all the time, and all the like I don't know, the big I guess big Canadian bands go there, and it's unbelievable because you can. There's not a bad place. There's not a bad spot there to see them, and it's like cottage country. It's like the typical Canadian thing, and you get to see an awesome band, and you just. It's nice to go there for a breather. I don't know, in the middle of my summer to go see a good band and enjoy a night like that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's
You're
like
just part of something, right? You feel
Yeah.
part of something.
And when you're surrounded by other people and they're like all over you and they're on top of you,
You're
and
all
you
singing the same.
yeah. There's that sense of like
It's my church.
You're not,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah. But it is your church. There's something to be said about that. And so for some people, even though those people on the street might come up to us and ask how many people listen to our show and how much money do you make, the truth is that the people that listen to our show really like what we do, and they have a good time listening to it, and it gets them through their lives on a day-to-day basis. And the people that like it that much, how can we stop doing it? It doesn't matter if we make any money or if we have a million or 100 listeners. It's the same. How do you say no to 100 people who really like what you do?
Fuck them. We like to do it.
And yeah, even if 0 people listen, we still get together every Thursday and have a good time, right? Right?
Yeah, and it's the one person that comes up to you and says, that hour I spent listening, I was thank you for that.
Yeah.
That's worth it all, right?
Yeah, why would you not do it then if someone says that? Like it's pretty hard. So like people who don't get that about what I do, like I'm like, well, it's probably not for you then. It's probably just not your thing. But for the people who it is their thing, thank you very much for listening. Yeah. And thank you for being part of this ride. It's going to get way more fun.
Yeah.
So keep coming along with us and support our live events and support what we're trying to do for the community and for the arts. Give us a subscribe.
You got any gigs coming up?
Yeah.
What's your earliest one with that tour?
The earliest gig we have is in London at Poacher's Arms. I believe it's on the Thursday, the 23rd. If that's a date.
August?
Of August, yeah. And it's we had just lost Jason Allen. He's being kicked out of the bathtub, and I have to put a new headliner in. But I'm going to save it for next week to announce who the headliner is. We just hired him right now. And but he's going to be coming. I shouldn't even say headliner. We're a 3-piece show.
There you go.
And we're going to be going to, but it's going to be a fun night at Poacher's Arms in London, Ontario. So if you are in the London area, come check us out on Thursday, July the 23rd. And
August 23rd.
August 23rd, shit. And then we'll be at Swazi's in Waterford on August the 31st. And that's Swazi's in Waterford, August 31st. That's Jason Allen, Doug Koning, and myself. Future acts to be announced. And until next week, let's see you, NT. See you next Thursday. Thanks a lot for coming in, Chris.
Thank you for having me.
Yep.
Thanks, Pete.
All right.
What's the movie about?